2NURFM News. For our sponsor, Tile Warehouse Warners Bay, the large floor tile specialists.
It's 1 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Thandi Chindove with 2NURFM Hunter News. Shadow Minister for the Hunter, Jody Harrison, is calling for funding for the after-hours GP access clinics. With its closure looming, Harrison is insisting Premier Mike Baird confront the Abbott government to fund the service or find money in the health budget to do so. She says without after-hours GP access, emergency services will struggle to cope.
36% of emergency patients at John Hunter and 34% of patients at Moylan hospitals already spend more than 4 hours waiting in emergency departments. Those emergency departments are going to be even more stretched. This New South Wales government needs to find a solution to make sure that people who present at emergency departments are seen in a reasonable time.
Port Stephens Council is helping their neighbours in Dungog Shire following the April storms. The crews that took part were thankful for the chance to contribute to the relief effort, as Section Manager Greg Cable explains.
All the boys, particularly the crews that went up and worked up there, were grateful, I suppose, for the opportunity to go and help out. Obviously, there's a pretty fair disaster in Dungog Council, and I'm more than happy to go up and assist with the recovery efforts.
Streets and roads across the Hunter are set to benefit from the federal government's decision to double its investment in the Roads to Recovery program. Paterson MP Bob Baldwin says the decision has been welcomed for its support of improved safety, economic and social outcomes. He says the boost in funding will be invaluable for improving the region.
To have the Roads to Recovery program being now doubled for the local government means that I have around $4.6 million for my local government areas to spend fixing up their roads. I think this is key and critical, and this will be separate from any road infrastructure support they get after the storm damage.
Business owners in Maitland's Levy construction zone have been granted a deferral in their rate payments to ease the financial burden of the project. The deferral means the first two installments of the 2015-16 period aren't due until January next year. Maitland Council General Manager David Evans says the project has been to the detriment of businesses and compounded by recent weather events.
Clearly, there's been an impact on business, not just from the construction projects itself, but flowing on from the effects of the storm last week and some further delays that will cause to the project.
250 Corlett residents will receive survey letters for community input and possible solutions to the erosion issues in Port Stephens. The information will be provided to develop a plan for holistic management and long-term protection of the foreshore. Strategy and Environment Section Manager Tim Crosdale says the survey is also available online.
We've got a survey out online, and that's it's been released as part of the media release, and people can jump on there and also provide some ideas of either raising some issues that we might need to consider during the study, or indeed outline what some ideas they have around tackling it.
HIA Building will tomorrow be hosting their Building and Renovation show in Mayfield West, which will showcase the latest trends in renovation, building and outdoor living. With over 100 exhibitors on site, attendees are said to be able to compare products and services from a huge range. HIA Executive Director Craig Janian says there will be a special Ask an Expert panel for attendees to engage with.
We're always conscious that people have got some ideas and they're just not always certain of what's involved, what it could cost, and what sort of materials may be required, or even what are some of the latest products available on the market. So visitors will be able to sit down and ask all their questions. We've got a bathroom renovator, a builder, an interior designer.
In finance, the All Ords is up 26 points at 57.18, and $1 Australian is buying 80.55 US cents.
Sport for our sponsor, NewcastleCheapestCars.com.au.
A 5-match losing streak for the Newcastle Knights could be set to continue longer than expected, with Jared Mullen being ruled out for up to 6 weeks with a toe injury. It's a big loss for the struggling Knights, but forward Jack Stockton believe they will overcome this setback.
It's obviously a blow, Mullen being out. It's unfortunate for us, but we've got a few good halves looking to step up, and I'm really happy to see what they're going to bring to the table. And we've got Tyrone there who's going to push us forward, so I'm pretty confident.
Meanwhile, centre Joey Leilua is set to leave the club at the end of this season. After 3 years and 50 matches for Newcastle, the mutual agreement will see the Knights terminate his contract's final year. The Canberra Raiders are favourites to sign the Samoan international for 2016, where he would play alongside his cousin Sia Soliola. And in indoor cricket, the Newcastle Steel will head to Sydney tomorrow for their second round of matches in the Big Blast Indoor Premier League, taking on the St Mary's Vipers and competition leaders, the Liverpool Bulls. That's sport. I'm Georgia Moylan.
2 in your FM News Time is 1:05.